Good evening, all, and welcome to the Tactical Devils. I'm your host, Jarvis, and with me tonight you have Stu Woolley for this match reaction show. We just witnessed Man United play 1-1 against West Ham away in London. West Ham took the lead with Soucek coming on. Poor effort from Luke Shaw, maybe a dodgy effort from Martinez. We will have a look at the footage. United huffed and puffed. We tried our best. We created a lot of chances, but we opened up so West Ham could have killed the game. But we kept on and we rode our luck. But it ended with Benjamin Sesko scoring the equalizer 1-1, and the game ended 1-1. So Michael Carrick's unbeaten run still continues, but he haven't won more than 4 games. So not 5 in a row, unfortunately, for Frank the United Strand. Stu and I will be back after the short intro. We will analyze the game. We will bring up the tactical board. We will show you some footage and try to analyze. Guys, girls, smash the like, and Stu and I will be back after the intro. So see you in a sec. Yes, boom, 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 boom. We are live. Yes, we just witnessed Man United. We couldn't win against West Ham. I predicted it was going to be a terrible game. It was going to be difficult, and we saw it. We saw it was a difficult game. Nuno Espirito Santos, he did the thing I feared the most. He played a compact 4-5-1 formation with 3 central defensive midfielders. There was no space in behind for us to thread ourselves through the central. They played really deep with Jarrell Bowen and Somerville on both sides, doubling up with the fullbacks. There was no space on the flanks. Our ball tempo was slow. We weren't able to switch play enough, and there were no vocal points centrally for us to cross the ball to. So we were endlessly trying to thread the ball through a crowded area with no space. So that's just how I saw the game. I'm very disappointed by the performance. I think a lot of these players should be disappointed. They should be disappointed, and I don't think we deserve to win this game. I think it was an even game. A draw is a fair result, and yeah, it's just the way it is. I don't know, Stu. Welcome to the show. How are you feeling right now?
I'm not really surprised. I thought we might sneak it 2-1. I said last night it was no way we would win 3-0, 3-1, 4-1, or anything like that. It's always going to be a difficult game. Soucek always turns up against us, but it's a typical Nuno Espirito Santos performance, team performance, a well-organised, determined, fought for every inch of that pitch tonight, and come away, if it wasn't for a moment of absolute brilliance from Sesko and Casemiro moving just too quick, then, West Ham probably will be a little bit disappointed tonight with a draw. I think what it shows is our deficiency. Anyway, we've spoken about this before, our deficiency in a team, where when it doesn't go right for us, we don't know what to do. That's been quite historical anyway. Even when Ollie was on his winning run, when we finished second under Ten Hag, there were still games where we didn't know what to do. Nottingham Forest last year, twice we got beat. We just didn't know how to play against the central overload, and we saw it coming.
Yeah,
we both spoke about it last night. We both, and I was on record last night that Ahmad for me should be taken out of the team. He didn't prove anything to me tonight, really, that warranted him staying on ahead of Cunha. I'm not saying Cunha was brilliant tonight, but he offered us far more penetration runs I know what Ahmad did. And there are times in a game of football where you've got to look at it. Excuse me, guys. I've got a little bit of hay fever tonight, which is really weird, I know. But we're in times in football, Jarvis, where you've got to pull the player off, whoever that may be, whether it's Stu Woolley, it's Jarvis Cocker, you've got to come off, mate. And I'm doing it for the good of the team. And we don't do that. We got bullied again. I think Tom Porter mentioned it. We got bullied again, not by stronger, more physical players, but people who wanted it. And if you looked at the very beginning, as soon as we got the ball, Martinez was at snail's pace. Right from the start of the game, he was at snail's pace with the ball. I didn't know how to handle the Bowen press. He didn't have a great game, Bowen, did he? But he is a problem for anyone because he's just going to rush at you. Somerville is going to run at you. Souček's not going to give you an ounce. Fernandez is going to have a go at you. Tati, or whatever his name is, I think he's got Tati on his back. He's just going to run you around and knock you around for 60 minutes, however he's on the pitch. And we needed that focal point of Sesko to do exactly the same up top because they've got two strong centre halves. Desai, however you pronounce his name, he's hardly played this season. He looked like he'd been playing in West Ham's back four for years. Juff, what a left back. He is the most unorthodox, rubbish looking footballer you've seen. He's got no style. Fuck me, is he effective?
Yeah.
You know what, John?
I was surprised he was subbed off, by the way. Why did Nunes change his back four? You know, he had full control.
Crazy. He reminds me of me because I'm completely uncultured as a footballer, but try getting past me and see what happens. And he's the same. He's uncultured, isn't he? He's got no style. He's got no sweet left foot. Can't pass 10 yards. But fuck me, try getting round him. And even if you do get a yard on him, he's going to come back and he's going to absolutely, nail you. And he gets the ball all the time. He's like Wan-Bissaka. Got no style, but try getting past him. We just let ourselves down. And it's got, I don't know where the pressure came from because I don't think the pressure was there. We just seem to do it every time we go away to a Nuno Espirito Santos team and every time we go away to West Ham. And we got a lovely bit of magic from Sesko. It was a phenomenal finish, sensational finish. The Maino crossing for Casemiro with his header, which is slightly offside. Again, brilliant finish. Xerxes, very, very unlucky. But fuck me, apart from those, our passing in the final third was terrible. Our crossing was aimless. We had nobody in the box. We had acres of space by people moving into double areas, so we had tons of space. We didn't utilise it. And, even in the first half, West Ham were terrible. Should have done better. But we could have been 3 or 4-0 down by the time we scored. With those 2 1-on-1s, the chances that the West Ham missed, we could have been in real trouble. And somehow we've come away with a draw, and could have been, Ahmad with about a minute to go when he's through on goal. His pass to Mbeumo or Sesko was fucking shocking. It was terrible. So I'm not really sure what it told Steve Holland and Michael Carrick tonight. I'm not really sure. I mean, it proves one thing to me, and it always has to. And you keep playing the same players, you're just going to get found out. And I think we just got found out today, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think so too. Stu, we have a super chat coming in from Played Out 148. They found a $5 super chat coming in and say they got a jammy goal and parked the bus. Sure. It happens. Sure. Decent point in my opinion. Not easy Premier League, no easy Premier League matches, and I think you're right. And we warned about this yesterday, Stu and I, when we did our match preview. So I love that comment. And do you have anything to add, Stu, when it comes to this?
Well, I'm not. I don't actually think the goal was jammy. I appreciate your point, but I don't think it was a jammy goal. If you look at, he took it well. Souček has a habit of ghosting in. Martinez and Shaw were both terrible. I mean, I've always said, get between the two centre halves, gives yourself a chance. And I thought that, he took it well. Lamans had no chance in between his legs, close quarters. He had no chance. So I thought it was I don't think it was a particularly well worked goal, but I think the cross into him from our old mate Jared Bowen yet again, wasn't the first time he knocked. Wasn't the first goal he knocked. First time he knocked on the door, he'd done it for 60 minutes, 70 minutes. And I know that was in 49 before people say, but ultimately he gets down the wing, he crosses it, Souček's there, and he scores. I saw it coming. We all did. We were way too lethargic and too slow. Even at the start of the second half, we held the ball at centre half position, and you can't keep doing that. You just can't. When you've got winning runners, people are going to run all day. Even on 95 minutes before we scored the goal, they were still chasing us. 4 onto one, 4 onto the other. They moved across in blocks of 4 brilliantly. And they were always there to back up, certain players at certain times. So I thought they did very, very well. But anyway, we came away with a point. Like I say, it was a fantastic, sensational finish. But we've Carrick has got to have words. We got 13 days off now, so I don't know what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm. We have MFC Realist TV. We have Mick Ruby in the house. He said, actually, West Ham defended well with 11 men and pressed well. Our tempo and creativity wasn't there. This game needed Sesko as a target man. I take 1 point. And 100%, Mick, I think you're right. I was screaming out for Sesko to start yesterday. We were a little bit divided, even on the panel, and you guys in the Devilish Tacticos, the chat room. All of you, we were about 50-50 on Sesko starting, but I think we needed fresh legs. We needed new ideas. We needed something else because we were easy to predict. And I know Nuno Espirito Santo, he's a very pragmatic type of manager. And, he could smell blood. He could smell blood, and he saw his chance. It was so predictable to know that he was going to do this with 3 DMs, play with a midfield 5, play with 2 wingers, 2 fullbacks on both sides, closing down a narrow pitch, playing with 3 defensive midfielders and a striker dropping down, make it a 4, make it a box all the time, and you still have 2 men free, the 2 centre backs as the extra, the spare, the backup defense all the time. And we didn't have the audacity to put one of our strikers, Cunha or Mbumo or Sesko, in between those 2 and pin them down and make it difficult for them. We huffed and puffed, we tried to play short passes, intricate passes, tried to do 1-2s in a space like a phone booth. And, even Kobe Mainu, how good are Kobe Mainu? I think he had a good game today too. Well, it's almost impossible even for prime Barcelona to do something like that, But so again, the game plan was daft. I give Carrick a 5 today. I think he didn't do much, and then that goes for Holland too. They should have read the game better. Well, that's just me.
No, I mean, I think Kobe Manu was good, but he's still, for me, still quite slow on the ball, still a little bit pedestrian. I want more speed in his game. I want more pace in his passing. I thought Casemiro, to be honest, added the buzz, between the 2 of them today. I thought Bruno was off his game. He seemed more bothered and twisted about certain aspects of the game and what West Ham were doing. He couldn't quite fathom that. But what it did show is we lack the maturity still as a team to actually take a step back and look at what's happening, look at what West Ham are doing. And instead of playing at pace, we played way too slow and way too lethargic. So it's all right for them. Somerville, Bowen, Tate, which is on his back. They could just allow Martinez. They could allow Sure, they could allow Dallo and they could allow Maguire to have the ball in that area because we were not going to hurt them. Because all they do, they step into their 4-5-1 scenario, and then we're in no man's land. We don't know how to break them down. We can't find a pocket. We don't. By the way, we didn't even try and find a pocket today.
No.
That was a big issue for us, and we allowed, as you say, the two centre halves. Their two centre halves.
Yeah, but Stu, there's no pocket to find if you don't have opposite movement. If you have two target men or two strikers or whatever, if one drops down, the other one needs to move up always. But we didn't. They dropped both down or both wide. Or you have to be able to pin those two guys in the middle down. That's the key into all of this.
But we didn't even try and find a pocket. Didn't once try.
No.
To maneuver and weed your way into an area where you've got to drag somebody out to mark you. I'm going to pull you out, mate. That's what I want. I don't want you sitting on the 18-yard line, happy as Larry, smoking a cigarette, because that's what they did in the first half. And most, by the way, of the second half, Hermanson had, apart from I think Sesko's shot. Say Luke Shaw. Forget Luke Shaw effort in the first half. I think after that, there was only the Sesko effort in the, when he came on, that snapshot that he had something to do. We didn't test them. Like I say, the centre halves had it easy, but they also chased us back from the middle. So when Casemiro did break through, he was being constantly chased, constantly swarmed. It is a narrow pitch. I agree. It is a narrow pitch, but Carrick should know it's a narrow pitch. Steve Holland should have known.
It shouldn't be a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise when you come on the pitch. It's really narrow. What are we now supposed to do?
Yeah, in the first half, you know they're going to chase you down. So we almost give the ball away 3 times from playing out from the fucking back again. Hold on, stop what you're fucking doing. Use your brain for a minute. Get it forward. Fucking hell.
Boxing straight talk. I just want to say to his comment, we will come with some positivities. There are positivities, but you just got to get the emotions out, and we will feel better. Just give us 5 minutes, and then we will start being more positive. We are Man United.
But this is our problem. Our problem is when you have a team that sets out not to attack you, we don't know what to do. We haven't known what to do for years with low blocks, mid blocks. The way to do it is to get round 1 or 2 men and create your own space. We've spoken about it a lot.
But it's also ball tempo. You need to up the tempo. You can't dilly-dally. In that first half especially, Martinez, you dilly-dally on the ball. You take your time, blah, 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 waiting for the perfect pass. Oh, there is no perfect pass because there is no space. Keep the ball moving. That's maybe you'll find space. If you can't find it right away, maybe you'll find it later. Just pass the ball, get it ticking. Yeah. And for me, we can't drop down in tempo in this amount against a very comfortable West Ham team sitting in a 4-5-1. And even they were just sitting in a low block at times, and I think they managed to be both passive, defensive, sitting back and being aggressive and pushing and really giving us troubles at times. So again, players like Bowen, Somerville. Didn't I say this guy Mateus Fernandes? What a player! What a player!
Yeah, good player. Actually, to be fair, I thought Casemiro had the measure of him for a lot of the game. I thought Casemiro played really well against him. What disappointed me, as I said, is the lack of brain and intelligence again by professional footballers. I can never understand it. I've never been able to understand it. I can never understand it. Nuno Espirito Santos will be fuming. But then again, he played a dangerous game, didn't he, at the same time? He tried to balance between conservative, as you quite rightly say, and aggression. And I always felt we would open them up eventually, but the way that we scored the goal was just something. I mean, fucking hell! I think most people didn't react until the ball bounced and hit the roof of the net. Fantastic goal. That was goal. Ultimately we're fourth. We haven't moved.
Yeah. Mick said bring up the table. So let's bring up the tables too and have a look. Arsenal still on top. City second. Villa in third, 47 points. We are sitting fourth, 45 points. It's decent, I'll take it. 4 wins, 1 draw. Chelsea the same. They drew today.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to stay there, whatever happens.
Yeah.
We're not going to get on cert for fourth. No, we're going to stay there, and that's great considering where we were last season and where we were kind of at the start of the season. But we really haven't dropped out the top 8 all season. We've been in and around the top 8 all season. So it is really interesting. I mean, we could do with Villa and City dropping some kind of points tomorrow. I think Arsenal are too far ahead, but it we warned about it last night. We spoke about the need to change for different games, and it is about legs, but it's not always about legs. It's about being able to push players into certain areas, and we just didn't do it tonight. I was really disappointed with a few of the lads tonight. I knew.
And West Ham sitting 18th.
Oh, they'll be
24 points.
Yeah,
but now they have connection with Nottingham Forest on 26.
Yeah.
So Forest lost. No, they didn't. They're playing tomorrow.
Don't they? Yeah. Just think that they could have gone above Forest. I think could they in goal difference? Oh no, they couldn't.
They really needed 3 points today.
They did. So I think they'll be very upset. But ultimately, look, we've come away with the points. We don't do historically. We don't do well at the London Stadium or whatever it's fucking called. And so we've got to come back now. And it's Everton, isn't it? Next time. Next.
We have a Villa fan in the house. AVFC 2026 saying 5 points behind us tomorrow. Well, we'll see, my friend. We'll see, my friend. Bob, welcome to the channel. I'm glad we have even Aston Villa fans on the tackle.
Yeah, welcome.
You're welcome. And we have Rushmano coming in and say, good point that we deserve to win. Maybe, but I don't feel personally. I don't feel we deserve to win. I think that was a dead-on draw. Maybe we even deserve to lose at the end. They had big chances in the dying minutes. We rode our luck. How many times did Lamin save us or an offside save us? So again,
it was Yoro twice.
Lenny Yoro, the guy we criticized. We even talked about selling him in the summer. He came for me. Maybe it was almost like a man of the match performance from Lenny Yoro at the end of that.
He was, pal. Fantastic. 2 brilliant challenges. It was a good draw, the Premier. And we can say that we came out. We got the win. We got the draw, but there was a lot of questions that I think has come out of that game, and I think Carrick and Steve Holland and the rest of the lads will be thinking, okay, we need to address what I've just seen. I thought.
Stu, I have a couple of questions. For me, there are a couple of things that's not working. I'm not a big fan of Mbumo on the left.
No, me neither.
To be honest, I don't think he works.
No,
on the left.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't work on the left. He's out of his position. He was more effective when he came onto the right later on in the game, when Cunha went off and they forced Ahmad out left, and they brought Sesko on. Probably our most dangerous front three is probably Cunha and Buemo and Sesko. And Buemo coming in from the right, Sesko and Cunha coming in from the left. Cunha gives you that drive, that real depth of drive. One of the things that they'll use Traore for more than anything, West Ham will, within 80 minutes to go, and the defenders are knackered. Traore is just going to fucking hit you and hit you and hit you. That's what he will do. I think Ahmad brilliant coming on with 30 minutes to go at this current point to get a fresh Ahmad to attack a more tired defender, and we don't do that. Again, we don't think of that. what we do, we take Cunha off, we leave Ahmad on, we leave Mbuemo on, we leave Bruno on, we leave Casemiro on. Casemiro was really tired, but I thought he kept going and going and going. He was brilliant today, Casemiro. Sesko comes on, has maybe 4 touches, and one of them's in the back of the net. We've always said a striker can have 1 touch a game. It's an irrelevance, and that is the ball off his foot or his into the back of the net, and that's kind of what he did. So I'm just disappointed on that side of it, and I think, like I say, we've got 13 days off now. I don't know what the club's doing. They haven't announced a friendly, have they, or anything like that, a training camp?
No, there were some rumors yesterday that we are going to drop that the friendly in Saudi. So,
we're not going to do it.
Yeah. Center Devils reported it. So yeah.
Okay. Well, if I was
nothing official.
Yeah, I mean, if I was us, I'd go around and warm with the training camp. Then keep the team together. Don't let them have a holiday and that kind of thing, because they've got things to work on. We've got things to work on. So, oh dear. Look, I'm not. Am I unhappy? No. Am I disappointed? Absolutely. Are we still in a great position to finish top 4? Yeah, we are. I mean, we've got to play Villa yet anyway, haven't we? So it's in our hands. We've got to play Liverpool. Yeah, it's in our hands what we do. But we've got to be better in matches like this. I think Carrick would have learned a big lesson tonight.
And Holland, both of them, I think. But I saw some worrying signs, and I feel now that we are stuck a little bit in what works. And as I said, every game that goes, every manager will have more data. They will be more specific in how to stop this Carrick system, what to do, how to block all the open holes, all the pockets that we drive into, all the intricate play, how to double down on our wingers. And it's a tough one. And this is where I think you go from the no criticism of Carrick while I'm saying this, but I mean, this is where you go from the good managers to the very best. There is a difference, and I always state this: you have to reinvent yourself all the time. You have to make tweaks. You have to make all the other opposition managers wonder, because we are not good enough at this stage yet that we can dominate every team the full 90. So there will be ways to stop us, and it's up to us to prevent them, to stop them doing it.
The unexpected's gone out. It's done now. The unexpected, the Carrick unexpected's finished. Nuno's looked at it and I thought, right, I'm going to first of all, I'm going to let everybody know that I've got a major 6 or 7 injuries, which I haven't, but I'm going to tell people I have. That was the first piece of magic by Mr. Spirito. We were talking about it last night. Oh, he could be out. 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 And what happened? All played.
Nothing.
Every single one of them fucking played. So there's your first bit of little Espirito Santos magic. So we didn't know what the fucking problem was. We were expecting A, and we ended up with B. We played the same team. Espirito Santos was banking on us playing with that same team and the same way, and he had the players to capitalise on it. Nothing wrong with that at all.
By the way, guys, we are on 26 likes. Thank you, the Wootinator, for letting us know. I'm not the one who will sit here and ask you to smash the like every second minute or every other second. But please do us the favor, if you haven't smashed the likes. It means so much for the channel. It takes you 2 seconds. Just close down your screen, press that thumbs up, and then your job is done. That's everything I ask you.
Yeah, it is interesting though, isn't it, that we, Wolves got their first point against us.
Yeah.
Burnley gave us a monumental problem. Second from bottom. Third from bottom, West Ham gave us a problem. This is the issue that we've got. You're right, guys. We should be really happy. 13 from 15. We should be really, really happy. But if we cannot get above this mindset that we can't, we can beat West Ham easy, we can beat Wolves easy, it doesn't happen. This is proof it just doesn't happen. That and there was parts of the game, Jarvis, we were outplayed tonight.
Yeah.
The parts of the game at Old Trafford when Wolves outplayed us. Wolves, I think they've got 3 points on the table at that point. And yeah, Tyrone, that was going to be my point. We like teams that come at us. We don't like teams that get a goal and then just shut the shop up, get the padlock out and lock it in front of us, because we don't know how to pick that lock.
No.
But it's been like that for a while though, Jarvis, not just under Carrick. It's been like that.
It's the same players, you can say the same with Cameron, or you can even go back and say the same with Ollie, with Ten Hag, Mourinho.
Absolutely. We don't know how to unlock that. And I think, I know that's what Espirito Santos was banking on. And he almost got away with it, Jarvis. He almost got away with it, mate.
Yeah. You can look at it like, Stu, you're into boxing, for example.
Yes, I love boxing.
Yes. You have certain fighters, they just sit back, they just wait for the one time you open up, and then boom. And you have others like more pragmatic, more open boxers, and everybody knows what type of boxer Nuno Espirito Santos is. He's
a point scoring boxer. He is a methodical point scoring boxer. So he will allow you to come on, and he'll bob in his weave, and he'll pick off shots as and when he needs to. He's a point scoring boxer, and that's what they did tonight. They utilised Souček brilliantly.
Yeah,
Souček
he had a good game, and he was even most of the time he was the highest up of the three. Did you see
that? He was the highest and the lowest. How many times was he on the back stick? He was the highest and the lowest. It's hugely interesting to see the way that he played and the way that he wanted to play. And like I said, he almost got away with it. But like in boxing, you think you're ahead on the scorecards, and all of a sudden you get one jab and he wins the fight. So it's just one of those.
Tyrone comes up with a good talking point. I don't think our fullbacks are good enough. Crosses from our fullbacks were so poor, and my God, I 100% agree. And the sloppiness on Dalot at times.
I'm sure.
I think pisses me off. Me off, the sloppiness, and you can't when you have 4 men in the box. Should be able to hit the box. He overhit his crosses many times. And he's so sloppy, and he's even starting to become nonchalant on the ball. He takes his time, but he don't have the technique or skills to do that. So when he takes his time, he will always have a poor touch, and he will take it slow, and he almost managed to lose the ball time after time after time. I think his time is gone. He's a player who's not good enough. I said 100 times, I like him because he's available. I would keep him as a squad player, but not as a starting player, and not against teams like this. When we are going to dominate, we have to take our chances. We have to have quality in the final third. And Dalot is not it. It's not quality when you come to the final third.
We let Wan-Bissaka go, remember?
Yeah.
Just sort of point that out. He was pretty good today, but no. Ultimately, I thought Shaw's crossing was abysmal. But then again, in the second half, first couple of minutes, the ball comes across from Shaw. Nobody in the box. There's not a fucking player in the box. What are you doing? Where are you? We're all too deep. Too deep. Oh dear. Dear.
Yeah. Wissa comes in and say West Ham relegation team embarrassing. They have no confidence. You play 40 matches this season. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing
it is a little bit embarrassing. But
really good point was, but when you're playing against a team who will run and scrap for every ball, which they did, it's always a difficult game. But What would you have done, Jarvis? You said to me, what could we have done to have changed the balance of the game? Quite simple. Just put Souček on his ass. Put him on his ass. Bang. Get down. When he gets back up, do it again. Do it again. Sometimes as a midfielder, you take a booking to stop that momentum of that one player. Somerville, Dallo, fucking elbow him. See how weak he is or strong he is on your elbow. Fernandez, brilliant on the ball. Leave your foot in. Kobe did once. Kobe left his foot in only because Sesko was having none of it, and he got a tackle through his legs. But he still, late on in the second half, once Sesko put the ball through his legs, he still tried to beat Mainu to the ball, and he did. And that's Mainu trod on his foot. So those instances where they wanted it more than what we did, and that's a big problem for us. It really is. Bruno was getting bullied again. Ahmed got bullied. Well, we spoke about Jeff. He got bullied by
Bruno. Was bullied by Fernandez.
He was the same fucking size player, the same size man. But look, that's what you do. You ruffle the feathers of the opposition, and that's what they did. And to be fair to West Ham, when they got one up, they did sit back, but they became problematic, didn't they? They became really problematic in the second half, and we were clueless to a bit, really.
Rashmano comes in and says 6 months ago we lose that match.
That is true.
You might be right. You might be right, but I think we all have different ambitions right now. 6 months ago we came in 15th. We lost the Europa League final, and I think we are seeing a team right now. I expect more from this Man United team. I feel we should go to London and beat West Ham. They are third last on the table. We are a better team than them. We are a better team.
I think we are. Well, we should be a better team. No, I agree with it. I was just trying to think. Up until about 80 minutes, how many shots they had against Lemons?
Well, they only produced 0.05 XG in that first half.
Yeah.
They had 2 shots and we had 3 shots in the first half, and almost the same in the second half. But
so we have Luke Shaw.
I don't know the last 10 minutes. Let's check the stats, Stu. We haven't done this. Let's go to the facts of the game and look at it. So, guys, let's just delve into it. So this is the momentum of the game. Man United in white, West Ham in you call it red, brown, red-ish?
Claret.
Okay. Claret.
Yeah, it's called claret. It's like a wine color. It's like a claret.
Yeah. Claret. So you see the momentum shifted a little bit in the beginning of the game. So midway first half, we took over the game. We controlled it more, but we didn't. We often puffed, but we didn't produce much. I think this must be the moment we had the corner kick and Luke Shaw had that big chance that Wan-Bissaka saved on the line.
I did think that was funny. The commentary on that one. Oh, what an amazing save on the line by Wan-Bissaka. And I'm going, he was just there. He was just standing there, the ball.
Well, I think it was a good one. It was a good one. Oh, if it was Dallo, who knows what would have happened. So they had a little bit of momentum when they scored. Then we took over, but you see this white, but not much. So we didn't dominate them.
No,
we had the ball. So possession-wise, 65% to us, 35% to them. They produced 1.08. We produced 0.62 XG in 9 shots. Wow.
There you go.
There you go. So again. And according to FootMob, Luke Shaw was our man of the match. Go figure.
Jesus Christ. What were they watching?
So let's give me your nominees for the man of the match. I need 4
Yeah.
different names. So
Yeah, 'cause we did that,
you
didn't we?
vote. Give me your name. So I guess you're not giving Luke Shaw as your name. You just but I need names. I need names. So
Yeah.
do a couple of comments and I will okay. So Sesko is the nominee. Start a poll.
Yes, let's go. Let's have a quick look. Boxing Straight Talk said we'll look at the goals in a minute. Columbus did better for their goal. We'll have a quick look at that.
Martinez. Who else do we have as man of the match? Mainu. And Casemiro, Lamans. Okay, so I only have one slot left. So who would it be? Casemiro or Lamans? Stu, you make the choice.
It'd have to be Casemiro.
Okay. Casemiro. So the contestants are Sesko, Martinez, Mainu, and Casemiro. So get your vote in for the man of the match, and we will go through it at the end of the show. Oh, you're tired, Stu. You're tired. Me too. We won't do a 2-hour show. We will maybe go on for 20 more minutes, and we'll go through the rest.
Nowhere. Sorry, dude. I don't know where that came from. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, well, it was a boring game,
I think it was. Yeah, it was. I'm with you on that boxing. It's Casemiro for me. He would get my vote. I thought he was by far our most dynamic.
Okay, I think Mainu was our best player.
Well,
it's difficult. Mainu did the same thing as he have done every other game, all of the other games, but he didn't have the same help around him. So for me, I think he still performed at a fairly high level.
He was admirable for sure. I will agree with that. I tell you, he was admirable. There was a lot of bad players out there today. I wonder, instead of getting player of the match, should we give worst player of the match?
Has to be Dallo, or is it Luke Shaw?
I'd say there's 2 for me. I'm sorry, I'm not an Ahmad hater, but he was on the he'd be in it for me. I thought he was terrible today. I didn't think Mbeumo had a great game, by the way, though, Pat.
No, I think Mbeumo was poor.
I thought Mbeumo was poor. Yeah, I really did. I thought Bruno was poor.
But why do we start playing players out of position again? We know it doesn't work.
That was a question. That was a question I was going to ask, right? So, when historically Mbeumo plays in the middle, when Cunha and Ahmad play, that's what should be happening. That didn't happen today. And then I did notice halfway through the first half, Ahmad had come across to the left, and then Mbeumo was there. So it was like he's missing his mate. I've missed my mate and Mbeumo, so I'm going to go out and have a look. And he's left all that fucking space on the right hand side, and then Mbeumo and Ahmad aren't looking at where Cunha and Bruno are, and they were creating space in the middle, and not once did Mbeumo or Ahmad go into that middle to fill that space where nobody was marking. I don't know what at points we were doing in the game. I looked at Mainu, and he'd have the ball and he'd be looking around and be going, but there's no one to fucking pass to. Why aren't you moving? So we're trying to create space. But it was just a really, really strange position. It was just the whole. I would go so far as to say that our front 4 were poor. So it's Bruno, Cunha, and Mbeumo and Ahmad. I would go that far to say I thought Cunha drove us a little bit more from deep, but he was aimless again today, wasn't he? Because of the way that they set up, and the 2 centre halves were like, well, I ain't got to worry about him. So if he comes in, I'll just move across. You come in behind me. I'll just move across, and I'll just face up Cunha or face up Mbeumo. It's dead easy for them.
Yeah. By the way, I saw a comment. This one, Carrick on Lenny Yoro. Those two moments were huge moments. He deserved huge credit.
Oh,
Big up
totally agree.
Hermano for bringing up this comment.
Totally agree. I thought Yoro, that was a different Lenny Yoro to what we'd seen. Hands up, not that you can, but hands up thought when Callum Wilson had gone through and Yoro kept his position.
Yeah.
As was everyone screaming, "Oh, fucking will you go out and do it?" Yoro's position there was absolutely pinpoint accurate. Can't tell you that he did the right thing, and and that was the problem. And as a striker, it's a shame Mark's not on because I'd love to have asked Mark. As a striker, he's thinking, "What the fuck is Yoro doing?" And he's not paying attention to what he should be doing. And then all of a sudden, Yoro's bang. There you go. Brilliant piece of defending. Absolutely brilliant piece of defending. And that second challenge, was it off Traore? About 5 minutes later, 2 minutes later.
Yeah, it was off Traore. Yeah.
Brilliant. Absolutely fucking brilliant. I'm so pleased for him. I am, because we ate his lunch a bit last night.
I was starting to lose faith in Lenny Yoro. So now suddenly, it's ignited again, and Lenny Yoro is back in the warm.
He's back, and we love Yoro. Yeah, here's a hug. Here's a hug for Lenny. Come on, Lenny.
Yes.
Here's a hug.
Lenny Yoro.
Hopefully
big up.
Night,
the next Maldini.
The next Maldini. Come on, Lenny. Big up. No, he was really cool tonight when he came on. Calm, collected, two brilliant.
It was good on the ball. His positioning was good, and he looked aggressive. He looked like he wanted it. He came in. He wasn't like, for me, sorry, here I come. I want the ball. He went in meaning it, and maybe he had some time. We talked about these young players when things are not working. Take them off, leave them out for a couple of weeks, bring them in again. You will see a changed man.
To be honest, I had a Teams meeting with him this morning about 9:30. I thought, just in case he saw our show last night, Joe, I didn't want him upset, so I gave him a quick message. I said, "Get on the Teams with me, Lenny." And I told him about his positional play. Don't go diving in, don't be rash, be considered. And I think my advice, he demonstrated, and that's what that little wink and wave was to the camera at the end. It was thanks.
It was directed to Tipton Town's biggest son of them all. Yeah.
No fucking problem, Lenny. Any day, pal. No, it was a Boxing Straight Talks, right? It was huge for Lenny. That was huge performance, absolutely huge performance. I totally agree. I'm so pleased for him. I really am.
Yeah.
That's and Sesko. I'm so pleased for Sesko. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the kid has still scored 7 goals for us.
Yeah, and he hardly plays.
We forget this. He still scored 7 goals for us. So, at the end of the day, Sesko's had a bit of stick, Yoro's had a bit of stick, and they both tonight can go like that to the fan base. Fucking too right, lads. Well done.
Everybody is cheering on Lenny Yoro. Thank you, guys. So much positivity for Lenny Yoro. I don't have the Lenny Yoro tackles on footage, but I will get them for the next show, and we will look at them. We will have a Lenny Yoro compilation of his best tackles in the game.
Why not? Why not? Because I think ultimately he really fucking deserves that. And Sesko again, his goal tonight. Wow, brilliant finish. Actually, I did notice. Did you notice Hermanson when Xerxes one across from Bruno and one across from Maino, by the way? Xerxes was a brilliant header. Did you see him go like that? Oh, he didn't realise it gone past the post. The keeper had gone on. No.
Yeah, Michael Carrick talked about this in the interview after the game, and he said we probably could have put a few more balls into the box. Really, Josh had the chance that just missed the post, and Sesko scored with an excellent finish. So he mentioned the Joshua Xerxes header, and I thought he scored on that one. I thought that was going in.
I thought it was going to go in off the post. I mean, the keeper had no fucking chance. Hermanson had no chance with that. The Casemiro header, by the way, that was a hell of a finish.
Yeah.
The cross. Now,
we need to go through the footage and just talk about.
Sorry.
Okay, I will show. Okay, we will do the Casemiro header and offside.
Yeah, we'll show that.
We will do the goal, the Souček goal, and the Sesko goal.
Yeah.
So we have time for, let's say, 3. Let's start with this one. The goal, Souček goal, and everybody's super critical to Luke Shaw. So, as a defender, how do you defend a position like this?
You're in the right position. You're in the right position. So you don't allow yourself to be manipulated. And Luke, if you look as the ball's in the air and as soon as it bounces, is manipulated by Bowen. Watch. Could you just see there? You turn him around. You don't allow that. You kind of back in to Bowen. So you've got the ball, or you go toward the ball. You don't allow yourself to be manipulated. And he was manipulated. And it was a lovely bit of play by, I think it's Bowen, isn't it? Yeah, it was Bowen.
It is Bowen, yeah.
But we'll just watch where Souček was when that ball bounces. Just look where he is.
There he comes.
There. Now, Luke Shaw makes a critical decision here, and that is to move away from Bowen and attack Souček. There are some times in life where you do the complete opposite and you risk allowing Souček into an area and hope that Martinez is back into a more considered position so he can then turn and help you. And then that allows you to go towards Souček. But look at Bowen. When Bowen manipulated, exactly right. He went wide, didn't he? So he gave Souček that passing angle. If Shaw had gone with him and Martinez straightens himself up, Martinez can then approach Souček, or Martinez can say to Shaw, go to Souček, but cut the wide pass out, and I will go to Bowen. But I don't know what happened, whether they were communicating or not. But Shaw immediately left Bowen, and that was always a problem.
Yeah. It was a critical. But Rashmano says never let the ball bounce.
Oh, you never do. No. But look at Souček now. His body position tells you where he's going. If you look, his body position tells you.
Yeah. So let's run it. So Luke Shaw, he launches in with tackle.
Ridiculous. It was ridiculous. It was pathetic. It was.
But do you really launch in that? Because then you just not only lose Bowen, but you lose Souček. So
yes,
again,
right. You jockey.
Stay on your feet. You jockey. Yeah,
correct. You jockey. But Jarvis, he's obviously been watching your videos, my old mate, because look where his arms are.
He's afraid of getting a penalty.
He knows. He's been watching my old mate here, and he knows what to do with it. But no,
he's been watching the Olympics, speed skiing, speed skating. Yeah.
But ultimately, 100%, pal, you stay on your feet.
Yeah.
So he's made 2 critical errors there. Well, 3 critical errors, actually. A, he's let the ball bounce. B, he's allowed himself to manipulate it. And C, he's let Bowen run off him. Bowen's looking around thinking, what the fuck? I can't believe this. It's great.
I'm off. See
I'm
you.
Off. See you. And Souček delivers a wonderful little dink into Bowen.
Yeah. Let's just play it through. Okay, so
there you go. Shaw's on the deck.
But I want to go back. I want to go back a little bit, Stu, because I don't think Martinez did the right thing here.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Because Martinez sees the danger. He knows. He looks around. He sees Maguire. Maguire is here. But how many players do West Ham have in the box? 1, 2. How many players do we have? 1.
We've got.
Yeah. So why don't if Maguire was all alone and Dallo wasn't here, or is it Dallo? I don't know. Okay, then I understand, but not this.
Dallo should be kind of out of picture at the moment.
No, this is Dallow, number 2.
Yes, there he is. Yeah.
Dallow is on Somerville.
Yes, he gets in between. He was obstructed, wasn't he? Sorry,
Yeah.
he was obstructed. Yes. When you
But
stopped,
again, you look at Martinez. Look at Martinez. Look at his eyes.
Martinez
His eyes.
was terrible. He was terrible here, mate. I'm sorry. He was terrible.
So it's not only Luke Shaw, it's Martinez too. And I said this to you, Stu, before the game. I was worried because Luke Shaw would have been caught off because he needs to be a little bit higher at time, and Bowen will try to exploit that gap behind Luke Shaw, because Luke Shaw has one role, and that is to keep our width when we go into our 3-4 or 3-1-5, 3-1-6, whatever.
Yeah. By the way, if it's any consolation, if I was Dallow, I would have clipped Somerville's legs. By the way, I'd have just clipped it as I was running past him.
Nonchalantly, or you just cut him off?
Nonchalantly. Nonchalantly. As I was doing it, I just clipped his ankle, and he would have gone over, and I would have been like, "Sorry, ref," like that. Honestly, I would have done that, and they wouldn't have got away with it because it wasn't a blatant free kick.
But at this moment, he looks at Maguire.
The space that he's got.
Why is he reluctant to defend the wide areas? I think he's a good centre back. I'm used to Ferdinand, Vidic, all of these. We're never afraid to defend the wide areas.
Yeah. I would have moved out if it was me. I would have gone out to the wide area. I would have meted him up. Yeah, I totally agree. I think you're right.
Yeah, and especially Bowen, because he can start running at you with the ball and force you to make
it. He's going to cut inside, isn't he? He's going to come into the box, either force a penalty or do what he did, get across it.
Let's play it through. Bowen is here. Martinez is reluctant to push out.
Right, stop that. Maino and Casemiro, awful. I mean, awful. Awful. He's got in there between 3. So you've got a Bumo who wasn't in the shot, has worked his bollocks to get back. Okay. But Martinez should have gone across, because you got Casemiro and you got Maino supposedly looking at Souček. Now, I want you to roll it back about 30 seconds, and you're going to see why I'm fed up with Maino on this particular. Stop it there. You've got Casemiro and Maino in a brilliant position to block Souček. Souček is behind both of those people. Now, once he sees Bowen in all that space, he knows there's only one place Bowen can put the ball on the deck, and that is if you draw a line or a little circle in between. So it kind of needs to be in the middle. Oh, sugar. Yeah. Keep going. Come back, left. Come back, left. There.
So, okay.
Yeah, the only place he can do it. A bit further down, but ultimately that's the only place he can do it. And where does Souček end up? Watch Souček's run.
Yeah.
Watch what Souček does here.
Let's just play it.
There you go. In between. And it's a really good goal from them. Like a really good goal. And
it's Souček, it's not Mbappe, storming through. It's Souček jogging nonchalantly through them, just makes a little jump, slides his way through.
So Shaw to start with.
Yeah.
Martinez, culpable.
Yeah.
Maino, Casemiro. 4 players culpable for that goal. But it all started with Luke Shaw, by the way. But what you would argue, and correct, by the way, a lot happened after Luke Shaw's misdemeanors, didn't it? A lot happened.
Players will always do mistakes.
Yes.
When we do like 3 or 4 mistakes in a row, then you get punished right away, and this is what we saw.
Yeah, totally agree. As the ball came in, though, Souček allowed the ball to go across his body got the flick with his left. I think it was his left foot, wasn't it?
Say again.
I think he got the flick with his left foot, didn't he? Souček score with his left or his right? I think it was his left.
His left. His left. Yeah,
his left. Yeah. So gets a flick with his left. Lammens was probably. I don't know.
I don't think there's nothing Lammens can do. Okay, maybe if he saves it, he saves it. But he's in the right place.
Yeah, I'm not a goalkeeper, so I'm not going to.
But he needs to go out like big. He needs to make himself big. So there will always be, because they're so close to the goal. There's no time to react. He will only take it on instinct.
I think that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. And between his legs, so be it. So I'm going to give Souček because, by the way, there's only 2 West Ham players that were involved in that goal.
Yeah,
but we've already said Shaw, Martinez, Casemiro, and Maynard were at fault. So 2 West Ham players against 4 Manchester United players. There's your problem. Boxing's right. It was poor communication. Absolutely, totally agree.
Yeah, I think that sums up that defense. And it's not the first. It's not the first time this season we see poor communication.
No, well spotted about Martinez though, because you're right. He should have gone out and he should have faced him up. There's no 2 ways about it.
Yeah, but when I saw it for the first time, I was like, "Why isn't Martinez moving? Move! I was like screaming to the TV, but he didn't. Because I know Bowen. You need to close Bowen down. You can't give him that type of space. But I was worrying that Bowen was going to go into the goal. He was going to run at it.
Bowen was
that was my worry.
Bowen was at it from the get-go.
Yeah.
The first 5 minutes, how many times did he try and penetrate our back line? 3 times.
Yeah.
In 5 minutes, he was on it. He was brilliant tonight, Bowen.
I said it many times. I would love us to sign Jared Bowen, and you saw it today. Why? And also, is really hard working defensively.
He should be at a big club.
Yeah.
I mean, if West Ham go down, then I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see him at somewhere like Villa next year. Or
I would go as far as say if Liverpool are looking at replacing Mo Salah.
Yeah,
Jared Bowen is your man.
Yeah, he's a brilliant player. He was great tonight. Souček was equally good tonight, by the way.
Yeah, he was. And Mateus Nunes. No, Nunes.
No, Nunes. Fernandez. Is he Fernandez or Fernandes? I always get confused.
I'll say Fernandez. That's how I read it. Evening, guys. The $1 million question is, should Sesko have started? And the answer is resounding yes, as we have no focal point up front for their goal. Shaw, Martinez, and Menu were at fault. Yep. I think we agreed on this yesterday when it came to Sesko. But in hindsight, it's easy to say, but we said it beforehand. So,
well, you posed the question. And I agree with you, and I thought you were right. I did, and I gave you my reasons for it. And it's just one of those. You can never be vindicated in football anyway. You just can't.
No, it's I have been wrong so many times. So once in a while,
mate, we're wrong constantly, me and you.
Yeah.
The devilish tactico is tuning in to watch us make a balls up of our analysis. You pair of morons know nothing.
Bowen is a Manchester United fan, so it would be such an easy deal to do.
How old is
he? I think it's 28.
Is he 28?
Let's check.
I think it'd be great for us. You're right about Liverpool, by the way. That would be devastating if he went there.
Okay, so he's 29, but he's born in the 20th of December. So,
he's not. Yeah. So look, he would be very good at Arsenal as well. Very good. But they've got Lissandro Trossard, haven't they? Who plays a similar kind of. Obviously, Bowen plays all the time, but Trossard is their kind of go-to player, isn't he?
But if they go down, I think we should be. Why not? Premier League proven. I think he got what it takes.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I like Bowen. Absolutely. I quite like that one, Wizard. You're absolutely right, fella. Absolutely right.
Let's do a couple of comments, and I will find the next clip.
Yes. So, everyone is thinking, apart from Daz isn't 100% sure. He says great for West Ham, but he doesn't rate him, so probably no for Manchester United. Trev says that we take the point and move on with a sensational Sesko finish. Absolutely. That was a word I described to use it, Trev. It happens. It's football. You cannot win them all. And remember, West Ham are fighting for their lives, and they did fight for their lives tonight, 100%.
They did.
Yeah, they will play more games United this season. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Trev, Boxon agrees with you, mate. So,
Stu, I just want to show you something that I saw in this game that was, I see a tendency, and it's a little bit worrying, and it's about our press play. It's a longer segment, so I will need to fast forward it and just pay attention and keep up. It's about, I will try to explain before so you see it more clearly. It's about how we set our press. And when we press, we usually press very narrow. So we usually have one or two guys pressing up front. And West Ham at times, they drop deep with a lot of men and almost forced us to press them a little bit higher. And when they did, they just played through our first line of press, and they had players higher up that dropped down and received the ball. So they basically played like this over like 5 or 6 man in the press. And I saw this with Spurs against Thomas Frank too. So it worries me a little bit. And a lot of the time in this game, Casemiro was the furthest ahead of our pivot. So they were just playing the ball and waiting for Kobe Mainu to move forward. And as soon as Kobe Mainu moved forward and were alongside Casemiro or higher, boom, the signal was there and they played through our press. And we couldn't quite. I think we need to figure out this press play because it's not good. So let me just play it, and you can see for yourself.
We were definitely ill-disciplined tonight, 100%. I was looking at Wan-Bissaka's starting position till his end position. So he starts in the middle of the pitch and ends up, out wide. I mean, it's dead easy.
But you see, they do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 passes, and we are. Are we sitting in the mid block? Are we pressing high? And if we're sitting in the mid block, why are we so high up the pitch? drop deep then.
We were completely disjointed.
So now Bruno, you should look. Bruno is waving for Mainu, and that's the trigger. As soon as Mainu comes, you play over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players.
That's it. Totally agree.
And we can't keep doing it like this.
No.
Steve Holland, if he's a tactical mastermind, he should be able to spot this right away.
Yeah, Bruno's kind of come on, and then Maino comes steaming in, doesn't he? Quickest he ran all game, by the way, steaming in, and then the ball goes pop, and everyone's going, oh. Yes.
Maybe you shouldn't vacate the most important space in the defensive formation, central area.
Yeah, brilliant piece of footage, that, mate. Absolutely brilliant.
I don't know if you saw it real time, Stu, but
I did notice it. Yeah, I was quite surprised to see Casemiro so high up. I made a point last night that if he was marshalling the back four, which he's been doing brilliantly over the last few games, that would be ideal for us, and you could kind of forgive the Cunha misdemeanors of not coming back all the time because you've got somebody sitting in. But as you quite rightly pointed out there, pal, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about because he didn't do anything that he's done for the last 3 games today. He was completely out of position. So, yeah, but I did see that a couple of times, and it was just a little dinko. I love it. You see, when a striker comes rushing into me and I just go ping and I just pop it off, and the striker's like out of breath, and it just makes me giggle. And I think to myself, how do you not know not to do that?
Yeah.
What was your first clue not to do that? Because I've done it to you 3 times this game. Weird, very strange. But Bruno's the problem. He orchestrated that.
Yeah, but again, I think the problem
Well,
is we
then
missed
he was told to.
we missed the intensity of Mbeumo centrally, because
Yeah.
Cunha, he likes to walk. If he's in the right spot, he likes to walk.
Totally agree. Yeah.
And you
That's
can
why I
clearly
like
see
him.
it. Our press play is suffering when we play with Cunha in the 9.
That's why I like him, because he's a renegade. He's rogue. He does walk. He walks, but he picks up some really intelligent positions when he does it. But as you quite rightly say, leaves us a big hole where he should be.
32 likes, people.
Come on, let's get us to 50, please.
Get us to 50. Smash the like, do us a favor, press that thumbs up. It's so important, and we will show you the offside situation with Kobe Mainoo crossing the ball to Casemiro. Anything to say on this situation before we look at it, Stu?
Yeah, I was quite impressed with Kobe's little play beforehand, where that he just managed to get the ball released here, just his little turn, but he didn't there. He stopped and looked. That's what I was really impressed with. I'm not really sure what Fernandes was doing there at that point with the West Ham Fernandes, I think that is.
No, that's the striker.
Oh, that's my mate Tatty, is it? T-A-T-Y. That's what he has on his back of his shirt. I don't know quite what he's doing there, because we talk about ball watching, don't we? If you go back to Bruno's pass to him, and Somerville, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. Watch. They're both looking at. Oh, Dallo, sorry. They're both looking at Mainoo. Both of them look. Not one of them. Until it was too late. It's a wonderful clip. And at that point where Mainoo got his head down to release the ball, Casemiro was onside. It's that split second that takes him offside, which is
I also have to commend Kobe Mainoo, because his close control is fantastic. I can't say it enough. How he just drags the ball with his right foot on the outside, gets his body in between with the next step, so you can't just come in launching against you. He gives himself that extra space.
Yeah, it's a
and
wonderful.
that's how you move the ball. That's how you carry the ball. So if you are a young guy, if you're 10 years old, watch
this.
Kobe Mainoo.
Watch his footwork as well when he chips the ball. There you go. Look at that. I mean, I can't tell you how difficult that is for both Casemiro and Kobe to get that right, because it had to be pinpoint.
And it is pinpoint. I
can't believe he was offside. I was so pissed off.
Look at Casemiro. He's around. Is it 2 or 3 guys?
He's got 2 guys around him. Wan-Bissaka. He's in between 2, yeah.
And this is Casemiro. He always finds the right space. And look at that header. Beautiful header.
Oh, it's a brilliant goal. I mean, that goes in. We go on and win the game.
Yeah, we might win the game. That's the thing.
I've got a feeling. I could be wrong, Jarvis, but I think that's. Bullshit.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at the offside. This is offside.
Yeah, isn't he?
How the fuck is this offside?
Fuck knows. Oh, I don't know.
It's your kneecap that's offside.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't get it. The interesting thing is, I think he got in between Casemiro, Wan-Bissaka and Souček. I think it was Souček. Souček was in there at that position all game, defending. It was absolutely brilliant. Souček was today. It was a great header. The keeper had no chance.
Yeah.
But if that,
but also when you look at this picture, I felt right away when I saw it live.
Offside there, yeah.
If you look here, you can clearly see his kneecap being offside.
But I mean, look, it's one of those. Me and Jakey were communicating on WhatsApp, and we were both said, "Oh, fucking hell, that's off." That's off. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. But when the goal actually went in, we didn't see that. They didn't show us that. It was only after the goal had been scored that they showed us that, didn't they?
Yeah, but the referee, he gave an offside right away.
Yeah, the ref was on it. Yeah, fair play to the ref. I thought he refed it okay, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hooper is not the worst. I think he's the type of referee that lets the game go.
I thought he was all right, Jim. I thought he was all right, Hooper.
Tyrone says, I said the offside rule needs to be changed, guys.
It should be clear and obvious now. It needs to be daylight or something. Something's got to happen. You're just rolling out really good goals. Well, that's a really good goal.
I think it goes against the intention of offside.
Yeah, that wasn't intentional. That was just unfortunate. You're just unlucky there. You're not just waiting there, hanging around in an offside position. You are desperately trying to time your run to perfection. And hoping that the perfect ball comes in for you to score the goal. And it did. It was just split second. I mean, a knee, being a knee off or a sock, you split second. I mean, you couldn't even measure it in real time. What a shame. What a shame.
Yeah, it was a shame. It was a shame.
I was hopping around at the time, to be fair, because I thought it was great. It was a brilliant goal. I was so pleased. That's a proper goal, that is.
But do you feel we would have won it if that goal have stood?
Yeah, we would have won by 2-1, my score. But yes, we would have won the game. No problem.
Yeah. Harty, you have had many good comments and comes in with a question. What are your thoughts on how slow we move the ball when we have control in possession? For me, it's why we have been so bad against slow blocks for years. Our rotation are poor ahead of the ball. Yeah, I said it right away. I think this was one of the reasons why we didn't win this game. I think we need to up our tempo. The ball tempo is so important. And I criticize Martinez for dilly-dallying on the ball, but it's not only Martinez; it's all of them.
It's Maguire.
All of
yeah.
Maguire, Luke Shaw, Dallow.
My rant at the start of the show, I made that exact point. So if you go back to the start of the show, you'll see me and Jarvis reiterating your point. We were both very, very disappointed with how slow they were today. It's terrible. Yeah. Terrible.
So nothing really happened besides that, but Carrick did some changes, and a guy called Benjamin came on the pitch, Benjamin Sesko, and
there he is.
Right away he tried something unexpected, and look at the centre backs, how much space they give him. He's perfectly placed in between number 4 and number 15. That's Disasi, or what's his name, and Mavropanos.
Disasi and yeah. Do you know why that is, Jarvis? Because they've had no one to contend with all game.
Yes.
And they didn't know what to do for that split second. They just didn't know what to do because they'd had no one to contend with. They could have done that, got the camp chairs out, Jarvis, and had a kip for most of the game until Sesko came on, and he made them think.
But suddenly, when you have a guy standing in between them, you have to play tighter. You have to stay here and here.
Yeah,
and then you create more space on both sides. You will have more space for Ahmad, more for Mbumo. So again, this is one of the reasons why I wanted Sesko to start right away.
We didn't talk about that last night, did we? Surely not. Surely
no,
we went.
Surely. We've spent 1 hour 30 minutes talking about it. So
I know, crazy, absolutely crazy. And what does he do? He gets an instant shot.
Yeah, he looks over his shoulder. He's aware where Mavropanos is. Takes the ball. Takes the shot.
He did something, didn't he? He did something. That's true, but you can't have it always. Yeah, you're right. You are right.
What is boxing saying?
No, he's right. He said the thing is, lad, you can't have it both ways. Every team has strengths and weaknesses in them. Some are good on the ball, like physicality. Some are great physical, fast on the break, but weak on the ball. I absolutely, totally agree. We were talking last night more that we felt that Sesko would drag the two centre halves around, which he did when he came on, and that was really what we were looking for from the start of the game. But absolutely, points 100% right. So, yeah.
But okay, we look at the Sesko goal. We look at the equalizer.
Yes.
1-1. And right away, if I bring it up,
I think before we score it, Jarvis, it's worth mentioning I missed Sesko's call to me this morning after Euros, and I was busy in a meeting, so I couldn't tell him where to stand and where to be. So he's done all this on his own.
Stu Woolley, who do you think you are, my friend?
That's exactly right. He knows. Sesko knows, but he'll send me a message in the morning probably saying, "What did you think?" And I'll critique it.
Well, here you see the structure. You see how we build. West Ham was dropping deeper and deeper and deeper all the time. So, there was a goal coming. We had our chances. The Xerxes header
But West Ham are brilliantly set up defensively.
Yeah.
In a line. There's only Wan-Bissaka that's slightly deep. But they're in a line. They're nicely positioned. They're waiting. They're watching the ball. So it was a really good finish. It was just a brilliant, brilliant finish.
But when you look at when the ball comes to Mbeumo, here
on the right side, by the way, Jarvis.
On the right side, yeah,
on the right.
So this is the other angle. We have a lot of men centrally in the box. We have Sesko there. We have Xerxes there. Did they switch to a back five, 3 centre backs at the end of the game?
They did, but yeah, they did. But the real killer to this for them is that Sesko didn't look interested. He doesn't look interested in what's unfolding.
Yeah, but I think a good striker, you leave your space in front of you in the vital moments,
and then suddenly he comes alive. And he comes alive at the right time. But the cross, by the way, was phenomenal. The cross was brilliant, beautifully.
This is what we get with Mbeumo. So let's look at the cross.
Such a good goal that is.
How did he manage to?
I don't know. It's such a good goal.
But do you think it's intentional? The cross, because you would imagine he will go like this because you have 2 runners coming in this direction.
We talked about space, didn't we? We talked about Sesko not being really interested, and look at the space he's got between him and his marker. He's got a good 3 yards there, and Mbeumo, he knows if he drops in around foot level, Sesko could get I think he's expecting Sesko to go with a sweeper. Just try and get anything on it. Nobody was expecting what he actually delivered. So it was a very intelligent ball. You watch the ball, very intelligent. Watch Sesko.
But we also look at Bruno. I think Bruno makes a brilliant run, and he could have just flicked on to Bruno. That will be a good chance. So we have options. So let's just play it through from this angle and.
Fantastic! Such a good ball that is.
That was a relief. At least we didn't lose the game. Let's take the positive.
Look, I mean, the keeper had no chance. But then we a minute later, Jarvis, we're back in. And Ahmad's on the left-hand side. Sorry, the right-hand side at that point. And he doesn't deliver.
I think you are a little bit too harsh on Ahmad. I didn't see him as that poor. He wasn't involved in the game. I can agree, and I think he did his best to get involved into the game. With lots of energy. He worked hard when he was tracking back. He was winning the ball, and he was constantly seeking the ball and wanting the ball. I think that's important. He didn't shy away. I think a lot of players, they shy away when they have a bad game. Ahmad doesn't do that. So again, I think at least I wouldn't. I've seen him better, but it's not his worst game for me.
Yeah. It's just not where I need him to be. I want him to be right now. But then again, Mills Cunha. Cunha today wasn't very good. Yeah. He wasn't very good at all.
No.
Bruno, I didn't think was very good. In
No.
parts, they were. All four of them were good in parts, but they weren't great. And we need great at this point in time. We want to finish top four. We need great. And they've all got to step up, every single one of them. I mean, Carrick, luckily, Carrick says we're staying in the UK then for 13 days. Well, don't give them any time off.
Yeah.
Don't give
Why
them any
should we?
time off. Yeah. Don't give them any time off. Get in there and get working on the deficiencies that you will have seen in today's game.
You have so many deficiencies in this team, and this is why I'm always not getting carried away. I'm not. When we win, I don't get carried away, and when we lose, I don't get
No.
carried away because I try to keep it balanced, and I look at it from a footballing perspective. And from a footballing perspective, every goal has errors in it, and every goal, you can see there's an error in it, and then there's always room for improvement. Always.
Every game. I always say to Jake, I'm 56 on Thursday, and I said to Jake, I will learn between now and the day I stop playing football. Every time I take that pitch, I'm still learning the game. He said, "What do you mean, Dan?" I said, "I'm still learning."
What I did in the mid-50s, you still learn. You still learn.
What I did last week won't be good enough this week.
Yeah.
And it won't be good enough next week. I might have to do something different. I might have to work on my aerial ability because the old legs can't get me up anymore. I don't know. I'm still learning. That's what I like about it, Jarvis. Yeah. I like about trying something new, and when it happens, and like a couple of weeks, I haven't told you, it's a couple of weeks ago, right? I decided I was going to use my left foot on a Wednesday. It's an open age 7-a-side, so I decided I was going to play my left foot all game. Now, I can do that, and what I mean by that is I can control it and pass it. Maybe to get a decent shot off, but I can't do a 20, 30-yard decent ball with any accuracy, and certainly can't dribble with it. So I did a couple of dribbling things, and I actually got round 2 or 3 players with my left foot, and I surprised my fucking self. And we're like, shit, I couldn't believe I could do that. And I realised I could do it if I put my mind to it.
Mm.
And that was just a very small thing that I could have done 20 years ago.
Yeah. And you weren't a young pup 20 years ago either.
No, but you get what I'm saying is you get into your comfort zone.
Well-experienced footballer 20 years ago.
Yes, and now I don't know what I am now. I have no idea what I am now.
Super senior footballer.
Super senior, yes.
At your pump. Still at your pump.
We're still playing, me and you, my old mate. You played a few weeks ago. You probably got another friendly coming up, I'd say, in the next few weeks. You've got your
not next few weeks, but now it's only futsal during the winter time.
Well, I think you've got your futsal. You're doing. I do futsal as well on a Wednesday. We are still doing it, mate, and that's the key. And I always say to Jake, he's 24. God, Dad, I'm old. Shut up. You're not. So.
And boxing comes in. I wouldn't want to be a boring passing team like City or Liverpool. The fans fall asleep watching it. And, I think we play exciting football. I like what I see from Carrick.
Story says, do not get Carrick away.
Carrick away.
Trev, Stu, I was in my the film called My Left Foot. I've seen that film. Yeah.
That's a great movie, by the way. That's a great movie.
It is a very good film.
Yeah. Let's finish off with a couple of questions. Tyrone, I saw maybe your left, but what do you guys think Carrick should have done differently?
We should have pushed them harder at the back, for sure. We should have been more physical in the middle of the park. And we should have been less wasteful with the ball out on the wings. So if it was me, I would have gone exactly what we spoke about last night, utilised Sesko, pushed the back two deeper as deep as I possibly could, which gives us the space that we weren't getting because we weren't pushing the back too deep. So we were absolutely, as you predicted, me old mate, strangled in midfield. And as soon as they got the ball, they recycled it very, very quickly to Somerville, Wan-Bissaka, and that's why that's what I would have done. I would have stopped that.
Yeah. 100% agree. I have nothing more to add, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're on
Boxing straight talk comes in. Is Maguire injured? I don't know, but he
don't know.
looked to me like he was limping a little bit.
They were saying that the commentators thought he got a slight hamstring injury, but it was difficult to say because he played on, didn't he, till 60, 70 minutes when Yoro came on. So it's difficult to say. The good news is we got 13 days off, so I'd imagine he'll be lining up against Everton.
There's no news on X that I can find that's credible at least, but I hope he's not injured again because that seems to be a problem. I heard rumors today that Maguire is probably getting a new contract next season. And for me, I'm thinking, what the fuck are we doing? Why do we give Maguire a new contract when we don't know who the next manager will be? If we are going to play with a high line, Maguire will be a waste. Then we should just say ta-da, good luck, and sell him to West Ham. Because he's
it'd be brilliant for West Ham. I heard the same. 100 grand a week is what I heard.
But it's not a matter of money.
It's not the money.
It's a matter of type of player suiting the style we want to play. So for me, if we don't know who the manager is, why are we negotiating a new contract with Harry Maguire at the moment?
Well,
or maybe we do. Maybe we do. Maybe
that may tell you something, it may not.
Yeah. We have one question. Yep, this one, Boxing Straight Talk, say, does Mbeumo look tired?
I wouldn't.
No, but I don't think he comes into his right element playing on that side.
Yeah, I think he's out of position
compared to playing centrally as the number 9 in the 4-4-2 pressing.
Yeah. I think he drifts in and out. He drifted in and out of the game today, and I think there was tiredness involved in it a little bit. But I think he was out of position more often than not tonight. So, and I think that was his biggest problem.
Okay.
So I agree with you on that.
Two more questions before we wrap it up. We have done 190 minutes now. So the Plymouth, the Ahmad situation. I was waiting for VAR. I at least wanted to see the stills or the slow-mos. But
well, look, the rules are that if you touch the ball, it's not a penalty. But we have seen in the past, Harry Maguire, for example, and was it the Liverpool game against City? That Alisson, that a defender has touched the ball, but he's followed through on the player, and that has then been given a penalty against. So I think it's a really difficult one. The letter of the law that I understand it is, and I said with Maguire, didn't I? I thought it was unfortunate. I think after what we've seen over the last couple of weeks, yes, I mentioned about a penalty tonight. It was the one where Juff came and slid in with his right foot, I think, and Ahmed went down.
Mm.
Didn't even get looked at, did it?
I was looking if I could find it, but
didn't even get looked at. I don't think.
Couldn't find it on X. Nothing. But if it was a penalty, I'm sure we will know. We will know, but the ref didn't give it. Last question coming in from none other than Trevor Wade 5688. Have you ever heard about that guy?
No, I don't know who he is. Never heard of him.
No.
He was superb when he came on. That's as good a cameo as Harry Maguire coming on and scoring the last minute in the Europa League last season. That's as good a cameo as you're going to see. It was fantastic. Yeah, his ability to read the game, tackle. Yes, we ate his lunch a bit last night, Trev, but I've swallowed it and thrown it back up because he was fantastic tonight. All credit to him. Credit to Yoro. Stood up and was counted properly tonight. I was really pleased for him. Really pleased for him.
Yeah. We did a vote man of the match.
Yes, who was it?
It's currently a tie. So, guys, if you haven't voted for your man of the match, go vote because we need to.
Who's the tie between?
It's tied between Benjamin Sesko 39% and Casemiro on 39%. Kobe Mainu is on 18% and Martinez is only on 4%. So guys, give us your man of the match. If you haven't voted, go
Please
in with
vote.
the decisive vote. I think it's important. We need to get this
We
established.
do.
But for me, Sesko came on. He only played 30 minutes with added time.
So,
So
yeah, probably. Yeah, he probably slipped
yeah.
to, yeah, but maybe less than that.
And also I have to be 100% honest when it comes to Sesko. He looks a little bit slow. It looks like he's on like Bundesliga time sometimes, when he receives the ball, when the center back is pushing on. You don't have all the time in the world, Sesko.
No.
So you need to like rapido, you need to be faster, quicker. Yes.
Casemiro for me, man.
Yeah, for me, it's Casemiro. Casemiro
excellent.
for me. So, but no decisive vote yet. So, are we going to give it a tie, or are you going to decide, Stu?
I'll decide Casemiro.
Okay, there you have it. Casemiro, man of the match
Judge,
against West
that's
Ham.
I thought he was excellent. I really did. I thought he was brilliant.
Trevor said give it to Sesko for the goal.
Oh well, that's a fair shout.
Boxing say yeah, I think
fair
he has.
shout. Yeah, probably it's a good shout. I mean, the goal was phenomenal. But I think Casemiro was excellent for 90 minutes or 97. If Casemiro,
By the way,
here's the question then: if Casemiro's goal had stood and Sesko scored the winner, where would we be?
It would be Casemiro.
Yeah, there you go.
And also, what Casemiro gave in that last, the last 10 minutes, dropping down, brilliant. Tackling in his own box, working hard. Yeah. That man, people saying you don't have legs, you don't know what I'm talking about because he got legs. He can run for 90 minutes.
Yeah, he did today.
So Casemiro, man of the match. I think that's a wrap. 1 hour 36 minutes. We will be back on Thursday night, 9 p.m. Won't we? Yes.
Well, it's yours truly's birthday on Thursday, and I don't know what we're doing as a family.
Okay. So we might be doing a Friday night show then.
It might be a Friday one, yeah, just in case I'm, obviously most people forget about it because why would you remember? Yeah. But I don't know what we're doing, so it could well be Friday might be a better one.
Yeah, I'll keep you just press that bell notification and you will know when we are going live. Yes, and you can also follow me on X because I always put on X when we are going live, so you will get the notification. I don't spam X with our comments, but
yeah, no, I don't either. But it'll either be Thursday or Friday, but we will be live 100%.
I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Yeah. Our unbeaten run still continues. 5 games, or is it? Yeah, actually on 9.
I'm beaten in 5. Wow.
Yeah, if you count the FA Cup.
Yeah.
So, well, it's good. It's good on the Carrick. 5 games unbeaten. I'll take it. Let's celebrate. I hear your phone is going off.
It's going nuts.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Happy birthdays to you from Dave. Happy birthday,
thank you, guys.
From Boxing Straight. Big up. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Trevor. Thank you, Franz. Thank you, the Primate. All of you, the legends, tuned in and giving us Nathan Lee Lewis, Visa,
loads,
Dave. All of you guys, thank you for contributing. And if you haven't, smash the like, subscribe, and press that bell notification. Give us a hype after the show, and leave a comment in the non-live section if you don't disagree or agree on Stu's choice, decisive vote on the man of the match.
Yes,
Casemiro. Okay, see you guys on the next one. Thank you, Stu. Thank you, everybody, and have a good night. Bye.